guys, NatJamMedia here, and welcome to the next NatJamMedia movie review.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be taking a look at the movie Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Finally.
Yep, we finally saw it.
We're probably the last people to see it in the world. But we went to see it set this afternoon.
Yep.
And if we look tired, it's because we are. We didn't get home till like after almost 8, so.
Also, Jam forced us to go doing a bunch of shopping.
We were out all day today, so it's been a long day.
It was your fault too.
It's totally my fault. Totally my fault.
Like, we could have just saw the movie at like 12.
We could have, but
done the review earlier.
But then I wouldn't have found the really cool DVD set I found today, which I'll talk about on a video on my channel at some point.
Regarding film,
yes.
Go.
Well, my head looks huge. I'm looking at and it's like my head looks like 5 times larger than Nat's here. Let me just.
Well, the thing is, you're closer. You're closer.
Yeah, let me just go back a little bit here. Hey, everybody.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start off the movie.
That's better.
Warning, there will be spoilers.
Yeah, it's
the movie's been released for all.
Yeah, it's been out, what, 20 days now or something or whatever, so so there'll be spoilers. There'll be spoiler alert on here, so
10 days, 20 days, whatever.
Yeah, it's been out long enough, so it would, at this point it would be kind of silly for us to do a non-spoiler podcast.
Yeah.
So.
It's not even a podcast. You can't call it a podcast.
Well, a YouTube video. I'm sorry. I used the wrong words.
So the movie starts off with Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. The yellow text goes onto the screen. Sadly, I think we were just so fed up with a bunch of problems at the movie theater and the ticket registration.
Oh yeah. To make things easy, or I thought it was easy, I pre-ordered the tickets and went in and paid for them online. And you go to the movie theater and you go to the little kiosk and you swipe your card and it prints the tickets out for you. And I've never had a problem doing that before in the past, but today there was an error. Can't print, see someone. And so to see someone, it's like, oh, we don't know. Are you at the right theater? Yes, we're at the right theater. We finally got it worked out, but there was a little stress that's just getting into the theater today.
And then a lot of other people started to come, and then we had to sit here and wait. And it's like, it just, after having been shopping,
yeah, we were tired
for like 5 hours before.
But the cool thing is we saw it at a Cinemark theater. And our Cinemark location here has one theater there's one screen in their theater there that is their XD brand theater, which is, I guess, the closest thing to an IMAX without being an IMAX. It's like a really big screen, and they have a super duper projector that makes 3D movies look a lot better. Because sometimes in 3D movies, they're not very bright. You have a hard time seeing it. But this has a special projector that makes it even brighter. It's got a really cool sound system. So this is the first time I've actually been to that XD theater. So really enjoyed the presentation of it.
So yeah, and we were just so fed up with everything. We decided to just not film us in front of them.
Oh yeah, we didn't film going into the theater or anything today, so there's no footage of us going into the marquee or anything. So
yeah, but I guess time to get to the movie. So the yellow text pops up when we start off on Jakku with 2 people sitting here talking in a hut, where we get introduced to the robot.
Yeah, BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8.
So there's a lot of, for the first hour, it's just like all new characters that you've never heard of before. So there you get introduced to Finn and Rey.
Yeah, but we'll cover them later when they get introduced to the story.
Are we going to do like a full summary?
Yeah. That's what these reviews are.
Well, a review and a summary, two different things. We're doing the whole summary.
I guess. Right.
How long is this video gonna last? I'm tired.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're making it longer by asking. Alright, so then we see the BB-8 come over complaining, and such a cute little robot into this hut where these two men are here talking about
And he has hidden map.
leading to Luke's
Very reminiscent of another Star Wars movie.
a hidden message.
A hidden message.
Yeah, and since Luke Skywalker has disappeared and a part of a map is in BB-8, so then a bunch of these ships come to attack because of BB-8's map, I guess, and
yeah, the bad guys.
It's not really explained in the beginning of the movie why the guys are chasing until we meet up with R2.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not explained. They just kind of let things happen.
And then, like, you understand about almost everything in the movie later on in the film.
Yeah, the main bad guys are called the First Order.
Yeah. So then we get this awesome fight on Jakku, and then the BB-8 escapes the war zone, and the guy who owned the BB-8 was trying to leave, but his ship got damaged.
Yep.
So he had to fight off, and then he got captured.
Captured.
And he got interrogated and whatnot, and he told them about the map or whatever. Then we cut.
Yeah, he was tortured by Kylo Ren, who's the main bad guy.
Kylo Ren.
Who has the dark force power.
To finish what Darth Vader
started. He's not a Sith Lord, but he is. But he does have the dark side. He is.
Yeah, but he's trying to finish what Darth Vader started.
Right.
Then.
And very early in the movie they come out and say it that Kylo Ren is Han Solo's son and Leia's son. They don't even try to hide it. Like first, they just come out and tell you that. So.
And it comes out so abruptly too. It's like, okay. So then we cut to this woman taking something out of a thing in the ship that's crashed on Jakku. And
right.
I actually thought that was Tatooine or whatever.
Looked like Tatooine.
It's Jakku.
It's another planet, Jakku, another desert planet.
I know. Like, what's the difference between Tatooine and Jakku? There's really no difference. I mean, it looks like it has the exact same people. So then we have her coming up, and then she's at a shop, and she's gonna give these parts away for money or whatever.
And she's a scavenger.
Yeah. And then we cut to one of the guys, one of the stormtroopers, trying to rescue the guy who owned BB-8.
And in this universe, at this point in history, the stormtroopers are no longer clones.
Nope.
So they're each individual people.
Unless it's like maybe 5 of them that are the exact same thing.
Yeah, but.
And then we get introduced to F2178 or whatever the heck is.
What happens is the stormtroopers in this universe at this point in time, they get kidnapped when they're like little bitty kids.
Uh-huh.
And then, well, not kidnapped, but I guess they're like taken by the government or by whoever, by the First Order, and they're trained to be stormtroopers their whole life, and they're indoctrinated and all that. And so they're given. They don't have names. They have like letter, number, designations, and we made our character, who one of the main characters in the movie, Finn.
Yeah, but his name's not Finn yet.
Yeah, it's FN something.
Yeah, FN178.
So people start calling him Finn.
36,000. So he skates with the guy who owned BB-8 and a TIE fighter, I believe.
Who is apparently the Resistance's #1 pilot.
Yep, and they have this really cool little ship chase, and it looks awesome in 3D. With going around and blowing stuff up.
Yeah, we were debating whether or not to see this in 3D or not, and it is most definitely worth seeing it at least once in 3D. There were some excellent 3D effects in this movie.
I told you we should.
Yeah.
Jam, like when we were going shopping before, he was saying we're just gonna see the movie in 2D.
But I'm glad we saw it in 3D because
Yeah.
it was very impressive.
Yeah, so then after that, we get introduced to Finn's new name, Finn.
Yeah, the
Finn.
pilot, him and the pilot escape, and the
And
pilot gives him the name Finn.
And they're fighting off, and we get introduced that to Finn being able to shoot really well, like knows how to fight and shoot things very well. And,
Excuse me. Tired.
And then one of the guys in the first order, shoots them down, and they crash on Jakku.
Yeah, they crash, and so Finn gets thrown
somewhere. And then he sees that the pilot guy died or something.
Or he thinks he died.
Yeah, but
more on that later.
And then he starts running around to the point where he finds
Ray, the girl.
Yep, the girl who's a scavenger. And so then BB-8 notices Finn because of his jacket, and then
because he's wearing the jacket of the pilot who was his master. So
so then we get this strange little chase sequence through the little bazaar and Jakku, and then we get this pretty cool little scene with BB-8 using a shocking him, shocking Finn.
But the cool thing is, the First Order shows up. Some stormtroopers show up to capture Ray and Finn and BB-8.
Just to get BB-8 so that
BB-8,
to get the map to
and so they're running around trying to find a ship because Ray's a pilot apparently. So they're running around trying to find a ship to escape. And what do they find?
The Millennium
Falcon, which has been sitting in a junkyard for apparently a few years.
You know what else? This seems even more like Tatooine. Like, it really does. Why couldn't it just been Tatooine? I mean, in A New Hope.
Well, it doesn't matter.
The Millennium Falcon.
It's a desert planet. It's all right.
Was in there too. And also, we cut to like Rey's house, looking almost like the house that Luke lives in A New Hope. Like, it had a similar design. Like, I don't know if that was the house she lived in, but she was like walking, and it even had like the same look of a sky. It didn't have
what's a desert planet?
Yeah, but
so anyway, they escape in the Millennium Falcon,
which is my favorite part of the film. This awesome chase.
Yeah, and for some reason, both Rey and Finn do really cool stuff. She does all this really cool piloting. She's never flown this particular ship before, but she does all these really cool maneuvers. And then Finn's really good at the shooting, and so they're being guided apparently. And it turns out that both of these characters have the Force. Yeah. They don't know if they realized it or not.
But this comes later in the film.
But both of them have the Force.
Yeah, but I think this is my favorite part of the film because it's very well choreographed. The special effects are awesome. The music is pretty cool, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. I think that's my favorite part of the film. Not saying the rest is bad, but that's probably my favorite part.
It was really, really cool.
And in 3D. There's a lot of things like popped out.
And then they escape, and then the Millennium Falcon gets captured. There's this much bigger ship that kind of beats it. And it turns out to be Han Solo's new ship.
No. It turns out to be Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones circa Crystal Skull, but no. So Han Solo and Chewie they have this other ship now because apparently someone stole the Millennium Falcon from Han, who sold it to someone, who sold it to someone, who stole it. They don't really go into a whole lot of it, but
and then a monster attacks.
Han's hauling. He's got some monsters, some giant octopuses or something like that, octopi. And they
eat.
So they're monsters, so they eat the bad guys.
And yeah, because a bunch of guys come, and then we get an awesome scene.
There's a really unnecessary scene where these other people are chasing Han, and it really doesn't add anything to the movie. They could have cut that out.
But it was a good scene, though.
It was a fun scene.
It was fun. And then Finn gets captured by the octopus monster. and Rey uses the door to destroy the monster's tentacles and split him in half.
Yeah. She shuts the bulkhead right when they're
Yeah.
to cut his arms off and rescue Finn. So
after this, they all get into the Millennium Falcon and head to this nice, grassy, happy planet.
where there's this really cool bar.
Yeah.
Run by this really mysterious woman who kind of looks like Yoda. A little bit, sort of.
Well, she's not green.
She wouldn't?
No, she was like red.
For those of you who know, I'm half colorblind, so.
She was like orange.
Well, okay, but she kind of looked like Yoda.
Like she had kind of a similar
kind of
design,
alien-looking design.
So
apparently, she's like 1,000 years old or something.
Yeah.
She's not a Jedi, but she has some mysterious
force powers.
She understands the Force, but she's not a Jedi. So
yeah. Also, we get some scenes like during this Millennium Falcon nonsense. We also get some scenes of Kylo Ren or whatever his name.
Kylo Ren. Ben Solo, I guess named after Ben Kenobi.
And then we get to and there's like a bunch of little scenes. If I will say this one thing about Force Awakens is that it is kind of hard to remember everything that happens, like with the Force and everything. Like the main story, they only go to like 4 planets, which is kind of easy to remember. But there's so much that actually happens at the First Order. There's so many little scenes that happen in the movie. It goes really insane.
Yeah.
Like there are maybe a little too many.
It's a movie that requires multiple viewings to really
remember everything that happens. It's not like it's not like James Bond 007 Live and Let Die, where almost everything is like present right in front of you, and it's really easy to remember everything that happened. It starts off here, then it goes here, then he heads here, then he heads here, and then we get this cool car chase, and we get this fun little airport fight, then we have him in a farm, and then we have him driving a boat, and then we meet up with Sheriff W. Pepper, and then we go to an island, and then
we're really going off course here. So anyway, they're at the bar because Han wants to. They have to get the robot BB-8, the droid. They need to get the droid that has this map that shows where Luke is.
To
the Resistance.
Yeah.
That General Leia runs.
Yeah, and Finn tricked Rey into thinking that he was part of the Resistance because he didn't want her to think.
Yeah, at first he told her that he was part of the Resistance just to he didn't want her to know that he was a stormtrooper.
Yeah, so then in this bar,
great bar, by the way, very cool.
Yeah.
Think of the bar scene in the first movie. Multiply it by 100. This is like the coolest alien bar ever. So
there's also and then of course, there's some people in the bar who call there's like this one girl who calls the First Order.
And there's someone else who calls the Resistance.
Yeah, and
but then something really cool that happens in the bar. Because this mysterious woman who owns the bar, this Moe's woman, what's her name?
Yeah, but Rey has to try and get out, though. Before we get to this, Rey has to leave because he just wants to get away from the First Order.
Finn has to leave.
Wait, Finn. Finn. It's kind of hard to remember.
He just wants to leave. He just wants to go hide.
Finn, yeah. It's kind of hard to remember whose name is which because they're both similar. It's kind of hard.
But Rey, the girl...
heads down to the basement.
She starts hearing things in her mind.
And then
she's drawn to the basement.
Where she finds Luke's
original lightsaber.
Or I guess Anakin's.
The one that belonged to Vader, that belonged to Anakin.
Or belonged to Obi-Wan.
That Obi-Wan
or
gave.
Or could have belonged to Qui-Gon. which belonged to him.
Well,
Which belonged to the guy who chained and the guy.
It's the one Luke lost when he got his hand cut off. So,
and she has it mysteriously. Probably going to explore that in episode 8.
And of course, Rey has she has the visions like Luke had on Empire Strikes Back when he's being trained. You know, he goes into that mysterious swamp, and he has the vision of fighting Vader. Well, Rey has a similar vision. Actually, she has several similar visions. And so, the First Order shows up, starts shooting people.
And then we get an awesome
fight
action sequence. If the ship chase on Jakku was my favorite part, then this really awesome fight scene on the planet with the green happy planet with the bar is probably a close second, like a really close second. Favorite part. And and then BB-8 and Rey are running out into the forest because now she wants to get out of there too. Rey's just booking into the forest. Finn is getting into the helicopter when we get this meeting happening on is it Hoth? I don't know if it is Hoth. Is it Hoth?
It's not Hoth.
I don't know. So another snow planet. We have this meeting about a beam that can destroy planets. Boy,
there's another Death Star. But that's really it's really not important to the movie.
Yeah, and then they kill 4 planets of the Republic.
Yeah, the Death Star is just a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a MacGuffin is, Google it.
It's something that has really no relevance.
But it just makes the plot.
It makes the plot go, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with the actual episode. It just gives you a plot.
Well, what's interesting is the bartender who has that barkeep, that mysterious woman. She gives the lightsaber to Finn.
Yeah.
And he says, I need a weapon. It's just you have one. So she knows that Finn has some sort of force ability that he'll be able to use the lightsaber.
Yeah.
And he uses it really well. He fights Kylo Ren with it.
But we don't want to get too far into the movie. I think we just need to progress to the movie and then get to it. Okay. So then after that, the awesome action sequence happens, and then after that, the Han and Chewie. Did we forget to mention that Chewie's here also?
Yeah, Chewie's here.
And Finn all get kind of it senses that they're about to go to prison or something. They're in a line and their hands are up. And
they're captured, and the Resistance shows up.
And then we have an awesome scene with explosions happening and everybody shouting.
And then Leia shows up, General Leia.
Yep. And we get a funny little scene with C-3PO and Han and Leia. And then we cut to this scene where Rey is in the forest running for her life, trying to get and kill all the stormtroopers, get BB-8 out of there. And then she meets up with
the Kylo Ren who captures her.
And then we cut.
And takes her off to his ship.
And then as Resistance is going back to their base planet thing, we cut to Rey trying to escape with a strange scene where she literally goes, "You're going to unlock these."
Well, what happens is she's locked into this chair.
Yeah.
So she's all locked up. And Kylo Ren tries to use the Force to read her mind because she's seen the map. Because BB-8 showed her the map. And so she has it in her mind.
With Han.
And so Kylo Ren is trying to read her mind, and something happens when he's doing that. She throws the Force back at him. And he can't read her mind. And it freaks him out. And he said, "Oh." So he has to go talk to the bad guy, the secret emperor, or not the emperor, this Snoke guy.
Yeah, this random guy is probably gonna have a lot of
sort of the replacement for the Emperor.
Like, a guy who's gonna have, like, barely anything to do in episode 7, episode 8, but in episode 9 is gonna be, like, the main antagonist, like Revenge of the Sith.
And then there's a stormtrooper who's guarding her.
So then she's like...
Who I've heard, I gotta research this, I believe that's Daniel Craig. I think it's Daniel Craig in the stormtrooper.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Daniel Craig being more than one superstar this year.
Yeah, I heard someone tell me that, so I gotta see if that's correct or not. So she's locked in there, and it dawns on her, and she starts using the Jedi mind tricks. She says to the guard.
But wait a second, if that stormtrooper is Daniel Craig though, but if he was Bond though, he wouldn't be that weak-minded to get Bond to mind controlled.
But he's not Bond. He's just the actor Daniel Craig.
What if Daniel Craig is smart in real life? I bet he is.
Yeah, but
I mean, if he had to direct the second half.
Yeah, but James Bond doesn't exist in this universe.
How do we know? How do we know that Earth is just not another part of the universe?
This doesn't take place on our galaxy. This is a galaxy far, far away. A long time
James Bond 007 planet is in a galaxy far, far away.
So anyway, so she uses the Jedi mind trick on him. She says, you're going to release me, and you're going to leave the door open.
And you're going to drop your weapon.
And she does it a couple times, and it works. And he does that. So she escapes.
And then Rey runs around and sneaks around as Finn, Han, and Chewie, and are about to go rescue her on this ice planet. Like, I feel like a lot of planets here really do look like other planets in other Star Wars movies. Like, why not just make the snow planet Hoth? Why not just make...
Yeah, but there's lots of planets in the universe, so you can have more than one ice planet, that's fine.
Yeah, but,
But anyway, so there's shootouts, and
there's like a big fight there, and then we cut to an awesome action sequence. They all find Rey.
So
trying to escape, and she sneaks around. They also all sneak around. They disable the base by getting this girl stormtrooper robot thing to disable the shields as they. Han and Finn and Chewie go on a mission to. They have to attack, the Death Star planet. They have to go infiltrate it to get the shields down, which they do, and they plant explosives. And then the big scene in the movie where Han confronts his son, Kylo Ren. And we have the scene where Han Solo is taking the lightsaber
because he thinks he's reached him. He thinks he can save his son.
Of course, Han Solo dies. Now, this is my least favorite part of the film because I have not really seen any spoilers for the movie, and I knew that he was gonna die. Like, I really knew just by the scene. Like, they could have done it.
It was very obvious what was going to happen.
Yeah, so I really didn't get affected by that scene at all. It was just so obvious.
And I had already known that because I'd already heard that before the movie, so I knew that part of it. But
like, I was like, it's kind of sad to see Han Solo go away, but at the same time, it's like, you could have done it in a more surprising way. That's my major gripe about this film. It's like, Han Solo dies so noticeably. It's so easy to tell. It's so noticeable. You know he's gonna die. Even if you have not read any spoilers.
Well, it's just, it's a dramatic scene.
Yeah. And of course, Chewie goes all
and of
bad Wookiee crazy.
Yeah,
and then there's just this big shootout that we meet up with Kylo Ren. Again.
Right.
With Rey and Finn.
Here's the thing, though. Harrison Ford, movie fans are a lot more informed now than they were in the old days. Harrison Ford wanted his character to die at the end of Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. You can't say Jedi, some people might not know that.
If you're watching this video, you know what Jedi means.
Yeah.
So at the end of Jedi, Harrison Ford wanted, his Han Solo to die. So it's when they announced these movies, and when Harrison Ford signed on to it, you kind of figure, he's the only reason he signed on to it is because he's only going to do one movie. He's not going to do 3. So it's pretty obvious this character was going to die in the movie. So That's not a huge surprise, and the way it did, it was actually pretty kind of dramatic scene. So I think it was well done.
But it's just too obvious at points now.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's a
they could have done something a bit more creative, like
everything
Kylo
in
Ren
Star
would.
Wars is obvious. It's a serial. It's not.
Well, no one, but like back when Empire Strikes Back released in 1980,
Yeah,
nobody was expecting.
But that was a very different audience, a very different time. There was no internet. There was no anything. People went to movies. They didn't know what was going to happen. It was the times have changed. It's hard to really surprise moviegoers now.
Yep. So any movie people who have like this really awesome story that has a really awesome plot twist, just ban almost every single thing that they figure out or spoil. Just do it. Just ban spoilers unless they warn. Ban.
So anyway, there's a final confrontation between
Rey and Finn are fighting Kylo Ren in this awesome environment. Like, why are so many movies like around December take place in a snowy wood? Like, really, what's up with that?
It's winter.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Think about all the movies in theaters. Like, all the movies have like a snow scene in the woods.
Yeah.
It's like very strange. But then.
Well, there's only 4 seasons, so you got a 25% chance that your movie's going to have a winter season in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Rey and Finn fight Kylo Ren,
and then Finn accidentally gets hurt.
Well, he doesn't accidentally get hurt. Finn fights. Finn has the lightsaber and fights Kylo Ren really well, but then Kylo Ren,
uses the Force.
overpowers him and hurts him pretty bad, and he's hurt really bad. And then Finn drops, the lightsaber, and then Kylo Ren tries to use the Force to.
But it turns out that Rey was doing it the entire time.
And Rey pulled it in.
And then we get this really cool fight scene. And then apparently the ground is falling because it really wasn't.
Well, they're blowing up the Death Star planet is imploding on itself. So.
Yeah.
But Rey overpowers Kylo Ren.
Yep, with a
and
bit
beats
of
him
Force.
in the fight. Doesn't kill him, but hurts him bad and overpowers him.
Yep, and you can kind of see like almost like his neck is like kind of chopped a bit.
And then Chewie rescues
then
Rey and Finn.
Yeah, Finn is like.
And then they go back.
And then they go back
and then R2-D2, who we haven't mentioned, R2-D2's been in a coma apparently. He turned up when Luke disappeared. And we haven't really talked about that. Luke, at this point in time, Luke has vanished.
Well, I kind of talked about that at the beginning.
And the reason he vanished is Luke was training Han and Leia's son to be the Jedi, and he turns to the dark side. Luke blames himself, and so Luke goes into hiding.
Because that's how you solve all your problems, go into hiding.
And so when Luke goes into hiding, R2-D2 kind of like shuts off.
Yeah, so.
But then when at the end of the movie, when Rey comes back to the planet,
comes back to this water-ish planet. I thought it was gonna be the
R2-D2 wakes up and has the other half of the map apparently.
No, not the other half. This one little
90% of it, and BB-8 has the other little percentage of it. So they find where Luke's hiding.
So then Rey goes over to this water planet, which I thought was going to be the exact same planet from Attack of the Clones. That very watery, aquatic, cool little planet. I like that planet. That was probably like my favorite part of the movie when Obi-Wan went over to that planet. It was, I really wish I saw that in theaters because that was a pretty cool planet. But
So
and then she's on this island. Now I thought the movie was gonna end once they start heading. But no, they head to the island. Luke is there.
Yeah, she climbs up this mountain.
Climbs up the 1,000
steps. There's this mysterious figure in a hood.
Yep.
He turns around and it's Mark Hamill. It's Luke with a beard. He's all gray. He stares at Rey. She stares back.
She hands him the lightsaber.
Well, she tries to hand it to him. She reaches out to it, and he doesn't take it yet. And the movie ends with her just outreach,
as the camera's like turning.
He doesn't say a word, by the way.
Like Mark Hamill, he was like $10 million. $10 million.
I don't know what he got paid for just standing there.
Yeah. And then the movie just cuts. And that was The Force Awakens. So I guess it's time to give more of a review aspect more than...
I'm not talking about it anymore. That was too long as it was. It was good. Go see it.
Okay, so The Force Awakens is really good. I wouldn't say it's the best Star Wars movie. I still think it was...
I gotta see it a few more times when the Blu-ray comes out. And I gotta think about it, but I'm leaning right now. This could be my second favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, like Empire Strikes Back is always most likely
favorite.
going to be the best. But, you know...
But this movie is really good.
Now, there were some minor problems, like...
Yeah, they're all minor. They don't ruin the movie, but there's just little odd things that happen.
So, I guess I'm just going to give it an 8 out of 10. You should go see it. And if you can still see it in 3D, maybe, go and see it in 3D. It's very, very good.
Yeah, and I'm not going to give it a number. I don't like doing numbers. It's just really, really, really good. Go see it. You've probably already seen it.
By the way, that's probably Jam saying 8.5 out of 10. If it's really, 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 really good.
Really good.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of NatJamMedia movie reviews, and we'll see you guys on the next movie review.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.